An ERISA bond is a unique type of fidelity bond. It's the only fidelity bond that is required by federal law. ERISA stands for Employment Retirement Income Securities Act. It was passed by the Department of Labor in 1974. It sets the minimum standards for voluntarily established retirement and health plans, protecting the individuals or the employees in these plans. But before we get too far with ERISA bonds, what is a surety bond? If you're uncertain about what a surety bond is or how a surety bond works, click in the upper right-hand corner and watch our video explaining the full surety bond agreement. But let's get into what we're really here for. What is an ERISA bond? The Department of Labor requires individuals who oversee private retirement and health plans to purchase an ERISA bond. An ERISA bond protects the individuals or employees who in the plan from administrators or just one administrator who commit fraud with the funds in the plan. Types of fraud include stealing funds, embezzling fund payments or profits, forging checks or authorization, wrongful conversion of money or gains, willful misapplication of funds. An ERISA bond provides financial recovery of losses due to these types of fraud, but only up to the amount of the bond, and we'll explain that in a minute. It can go higher with inflation guard, and I'll also explain that in a minute, so make sure you keep watching. But I want to stress that only individuals or administrators who actually touch money of the funds need to purchase an ERISA bond. How to find the correct ERISA bond amount. The Department of Labor has rules for determining the correct bond amount. At a high level, it's 10% of the prior year's funds under management, with a minimum being $1,000. But let's look at each rule in detail. Rule 1, the amount must be 10% of the prior year's funds under management. But 10% is just a recommendation, kind of the minimum recommendation. There are no rules or laws prohibiting the plan from acquiring a higher amount. Rule 2, the minimum bond amount is $1,000. So if you're just starting a new plan and there are no previous funds, that's kind of where you start. Rule 3, the maximum bond amount per plan is $500,000. You can purchase a bond to cover more than one plan, and in that case, the bond amount can be more than $500,000, but most of the time, ERISA bonds are purchased on a per plan basis and per individual basis. And Rule 4, if the plan holds company stock or securities, then the maximum bond amount becomes $1 million. And finally, and this is important, if there are multiple individuals in charge of a plan and actually handling the plan funds, each individual must be bonded at the 10% recommended amount or the minimum of $1,000. How much does an ERISA bond cost? The cost for your bond depends upon the amount of coverage you need. If you need less than $500,000, Surety Bonds Direct has secured low fixed prices. If you need more than $500,000, we can quickly provide you a quote. All right, to get started, take 10% of the amount under management from the previous year. Just to reiterate, if the amount is less than $500,000, you can quickly purchase your bond on SuretyBondsDirect.com. Click on the first link in the description, find the bond amount, and round up as needed to ensure you have full coverage. Click on the price and complete the secure order form. If the bond amount is more than $500,000, click the second link in the description. This will take you to our free quote form. Once you complete the form, one of our bond specialists will contact you with pricing in a few business hours. If you prefer to speak with somebody just for help, you can always talk to a bond specialist by calling 1-800-608-9950. Let's get into some price examples. Keep in mind, these price examples are always subject to change from year to year. So Surety Bonds Direct sells all ERISA bonds for a 3-year term. So just keep that in mind as well. All of these prices are for a 3-year bond term. A $35,000 bond amount costs $150. A $50,000 bond amount costs $179. A $200,000 bond amount costs $303. A $500,000 bond amount costs $450. As you can see, the price you pay is a small fraction of the required bond amount. Surety Bonds Direct sells ERISA bonds with inflation guard. This means that as the contributions to the fund grow and as good investments hopefully happen, the amount under management will exceed the bond amount. Inflation guard will protect against these overages. And then when you renew your bond after your 3-year period, you can always kind of fix things. You can increase that bond amount to the appropriate amount. After you purchase your bond, Surety Bonds Direct will email you your official ERISA bond, usually within 1 business day. I hope this video helped you understand ERISA bonds, why they're required, and how they work. If you have any questions, ask in the comments and I'll personally answer you. When you're ready to purchase your ERISA bond, visit SuretyBondsDirect.com and we'll help you get your bond quickly and for as low cost as possible. Thanks for watching.